forget to subscribe to Bagoday Crochet. You can subscribe by clicking this red button right here. And don't forget to click this little bell right there next to it. That way you'll always be notified whenever Bagoday puts on a new video. Hi everybody, it's Crystal. So today I'm going to show you how to take these plain old cheap flip-flops and turn them into something pretty. I think they're pretty. Snazzy up them old flip-flops. What do you say? It's pretty easy to do. Don't really take much time at all. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Okay, so for this project you're going to need your pair of flip-flops. And you're going to need a couple buttons. If you choose to put buttons on, you don't have to. My buttons are about 1.25 inches. You know, but that's up to you. And then I'm using, for the yarn, I am using, this is from Hobium. It's their Gazelle XL Baby Cotton. It's a 50 cotton, 50 acrylic blend. You do not have to use this yarn. Any 4-weight yarn will work. I might recommend you using a cotton or cotton blend because it would be cooler and lighter. But if all you have is acrylic, that would be fine, as long as it's a 4-weight yarn. It doesn't take much at all, really. Not yardage wise. If I had to guess, probably 25 of the purple. That's probably really far out there, and maybe five of the white. And again, that's saying a lot. And then I'm going to be using a size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. And you're also going to need your trusty hot glue gun. All right, so what you want to do is take your flip-flop, and first thing we're gonna do is go around the whole thing, and we'll add the flower later. So you take whatever you want your main color is that you want to go around it in. I'm gonna start with a slip knot. Put your tail on the opposite side here and kind of hold it there. Start down as low as you can. Now what we're going to do, it's a little awkward at first, but you'll get the hang of it, is go under, and we'll grab our yarn. Don't worry about that tail, I'm just holding it out of the way, and we'll do a single crochet like that. And that's what we're going to do up the whole piece. Go around the band, pull up your yarn, try to keep it as tight as possible. And like I said, it is a little awkward, but once you get going, you should get the hang of it. And keep pulling it down as you go. Do a couple stitches and then pull it down. Just make sure you don't get your tail. So grab the yarn, single crochet. Again, go right underneath, grab your yarn, single crochet, and I'm going to pull it down just a bit. Make sure they don't, your single crochet, the stitches here don't cross over. If they do, just uncross them. See how mine crossed over there? Just take it and pull it back over like that. Pull it tight again. Make sure, it's important to keep it as tight as you can, and to pull it down as you go. Keep this tight, keep your tension tight. Go around, grab your yarn, and single crochet. It isn't hard to do this, it's just a little awkward, that's all I can say. It's just, but once you get the hang of it, you should be able to go by pretty fast. Now there's no set amount of single crochets. You just, because you know it's going to be different depending on what size shoe you have. You just want to make sure you cover the whole band here on this side. And like I said, after you do a few like that, pull it down like that. Not extremely tight to where it starts to ball up, but just enough where they're all close together like that. And then you continue. I don't know why my single crochets keep crossing, but just make sure you uncross them if that happens to you. And then again, I'm going to pull them down. There will be a little bit of a space down here. Don't worry about that. That's just going to be there. So I'm going to continue doing this single crochet and all the way up the band of my flip-flop here until I get up to here. So this is what, you know, once you keep going, this is what it starts to look like. Just make sure it's kind of neat and clean and that you get them all the way up to the top. So I'm going to continue and I'll meet you when I get up here. And I'll show you what to do to cross over. Alright, I've made it all the way up and you can see that none of my straps really showing. It's just all nicely covered. So I'm at the top here. All I'm going to do, this part right here is done separate. So all I'm going to do is just kind of cross over to the other side and do a single crochet. And work down the opposite side. And it's okay if it doesn't completely come together up here, because that's where the flower is going to be. You're not going to see that, but if you just you can push it tight and it will come together. But and I'm just going to do the same thing down this side. So push that over, see, like that. And I'm going to do it until I get all the way down here, and then we'll tie off and do this toe part here. Once you get the hang of it, it's not bad. Like that. All right, now you go down until you really can't go no more. And then you just want to clip your yarn, and we'll have to hide our tails now on both sides. So we're going to pull that yarn through, straighten these out. We could do that later, I guess, but okay. So I kind of just hide my tails kind of through the underneath side of my stitches. So I just take it and I kind of weave it through the back, like back up once, back through the stitch, and then I'll weave it underneath these stitches from the behind both ways so it locks itself in there. So that way, then go back the other way, and just do that a couple times. Just do it on the underneath of the plastic part. That way it's not really visible. And you want to do that on both sides to get your tails hidden. Okay, now we're going to work around the toe part, and we're just going to do the same thing really that we just did. We're just doing it separately. So go ahead and start with a slip knot, and kind of keep your tail out of the way. It's always bothersome to me anyways. It's just kind of awkward again getting around this, but I'm just gonna do single crochet around this just like we did on the other piece. It's hard to get started. There we go. So the same way we just did it. Gosh, it's hard to show you. We're just doing it down this front piece separately. And this one's even a little bit more awkward than the other one because it's so tiny, I guess. Oh man. Okay, now you want to pull your single crochets to the front like that, and then once you got all the way down it, kind of take your tail, clip off a little bit longer of a tail. It don't take too many stitches to get that part done. Pull it through. Like I said, pull your single crochets to the front like that, and load up your yarn needle. And how I hide this tail is I take it and I pull it through the hole in the flip flap there, like that. Pull it through that, pull it down tight, and then I just wrap it around this like twice. Not a whole bunch, because otherwise that'll stick out. Push it back in. Go back up through that same spot. There you go. And then push that back up in there like that. That's kind of how I hide that tail. Like that. And then I take my other tail and I kind of just weave it underneath here like I did over here. Okay, so we got that done. And you can kind of straighten these to your liking. Just, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I kind of just leave them on the side like that. Okay, anyways. Now, if you want to leave it like that, you can do that, you know. You can leave it just like that. Or you can put a flower on it, which I'll show you how to make the flowers. It's just a double layer flower. I'm going to start with a slip knot on a hook. And we're going to work a chain of 5. Then we will slip stitch into the first stitch to form a ring. Now we're going to work a chain of 4. Now that chain of 4 is counting as a triple crochet. Now I'm going to go back through the center of the ring and I'm going to work 3 more triple crochets through the center of the ring. So there's 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the ring, and that is our first petal of our first flower. It's chain 4, 3 triples, chain 4. So now we're going to make another petal. We're going to chain 4, and then we'll work 3 triple crochets through the center of the ring. Chain 4. And then slip stitch into the ring. You just have to keep sliding your petals over as you go. We want to do a total of 5 petals. So we got 2. So we'll start again. Chain 4. And then 3 triples. There's 1, 2, 3. Chain 4 and slip stitch. So I got 3 petals now. I'm going to continue working this until I get 5 petals. Alright, once you've worked your 5 petals, I just did my last chain 4 and I slip stitched through the center of the ring. Go ahead and tie that off. Now we can pull that center tail, close up that circle a little bit. Doesn't have to be closed all the way because you're not going to be able to see it anyways. And you can fiddle around, get your petals right. And then what we're going to do is hide the tails on this. So just kind of weave the tails in the back of the flower, hide them, clip them off. And then we'll make the other flower. So go ahead and once you get your tails hidden, then we'll take our other color. we're going to pretty much do the same thing. But instead of working triple crochets, we're going to work with doubles. And that'll make the flower just a bit smaller than the other one. So I'm going to start with my purple. Put the slip knot on my hook. I'm going to work a chain of 4. And I'm going to slip stitch into the first stitch to form a ring. Like that. Now I'm going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. Now working back into the center, I'm going to work 3 double crochets this time. So there's 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm going to chain 3 and slip stitch into the ring. And that's how I'm going to do my petals this time. So that is my first petal. Go ahead and slide it over and start again. Chain 3 and work 3 doubles into the ring. There's 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to chain 3 and slip stitch into the ring. And again, we're just going to do this until we have 5 petals. Chain 3, 3 doubles, 1, 2, 3, chain 3. So got to keep sliding them over and slip stitch into the center of the ring. So I got 3 petals now. So I'm just going to continue until I get my 5 petals made. Okay, once you get your 5 petals made, just go ahead and tie off. And then we're going to hide our tails the same way we did on our other flower. Pull your tail layer, that'll close up that circle a little bit. But again, the button will hide that, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and hide my tails on this flower. So I got my other flower done. So now what I'm going to do is glue them together. If you feel like you want to sew them, you can do that. I don't have a problem with hot glue really coming apart on my crochet projects, but if you want to sew the flowers together, that's fine. But I'm going to glue them. You can glue them either way to where the petals line up like this, purple right on top of that white. I'm going to do mine where the purple goes in between the white like that. But either way is fine. And I'm just going to put some hot glue right here along this white one right in the center. And then I'm going to place my purple one right there in the center. Press down on it. And then I'm going to take my button and I'm going to glue that on too. Again, if you feel safer sewing it on, that is fine also, but I'm just going to put some glue right around it. And I'm going to line these. I'm just going to place it on here like that. I got these buttons at Walmart in case anybody wonders. Hold it on there. There you go. Now I'm going to glue it on to the top of my flip-flop. Once again, if you want to sew it, you can just kind of wrap it around the top and sew it on. I'm not going to do that. I think it'd be just fine doing this. But if you want to be extra, if you want it to be extra strong, just tie it around this part here, because you won't be able to see it anyways. Hold it on there for a while. Try not to burn yourself. I always burn myself on these hot glue guns. There we go. That's it. Finished. Super cute. They look good. That's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See how easy it is to take something that just costs a couple bucks, use some scrap yarn, and turn it into something amazing. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye-bye.